Welcome, WLC Warriors. My name is Joshua Johnson. I'm the Director of Academic Technology, also an instructor teaching usually in the education departments and sometimes in the math department. What I want to do today is just kind of show you around a few things with our new Canvas learning management system. As you can see, I have landed here on what's affectionately known as MyWLC. MyWLC is really the home for all of your registration academic things as far as, your official classes, your official transcript, all the add drop forms, etc. So it is still a central hub and a backbone of the things at Wisconsin Lutheran College. But I want to show you down on the left-hand side of this quick links, I'm not even logged in here, there is the Canvas LMS button. When you click on the Canvas LMS button, you're going to be taken to another login, which is going to use your Warrior ID. But this login is going to use your Microsoft email password. This is the same password that lets you log on to school computers. It lets you log into your email account from Wisconsin Lutheran College. It also changes every 60 to 90 days, so keep that in mind. And if you have any trouble with that password, only the WLC IT department has the ability to help you reset that password. So the password, again, the one for your email account. So as you can see, when I log in, I land on what's known as the Canvas dashboard. This dashboard would normally show you all of your courses. It's not showing all of mine because you can control how this dashboard looks. You can control what color these things look like. You can give the courses a nickname, etc., just so that you can recognize which one they are as you're looking through them. Also, you can go to the All Courses page and control what actually shows up on your dashboard. This might be helpful if you are taking a course that has, a biology course that also has a lab associated with it. A lot of times the instructors do all of their work just in the biology course, and the lab is just kind of an empty shell. So you're always able to go in here and remove courses from your dashboard. Couple other nice features on your dashboard is you're going to see a to-do list. If your instructors are putting due dates on the assignments in Canvas, those due dates are going to be the ones that are coming due are going to show up over here. You're also going to see things that are maybe happening a little bit further down the road in the future. Now, I want to jump over to a different account that is logged in as a test student that I have enrolled in one class. And you'll see that when you log in that first time, and if you log in on a new device the first time, etc., a lot of times you have this tour. You can feel free to take it. That is up to you. I'm going to close it right now and just highlight a couple of things in the green bar on the left-hand side. First of all, the help menu. There is a Canvas support hotline. Keep in mind that this is not the WLC IT department. This hotline is set up specifically for WLC students, and they do know in a lot of cases who to talk to. For example, if you call them and say, hey, I'm not seeing a course show up on Canvas, they can actually check, and if you're saying, well, I haven't registered for it yet, they know who to direct you to as far as the registrar. They know if you ask for a password reset to direct you to IT. This hotline is really there especially for, hey, I don't know how to upload this, or I'm having trouble uploading this, or I'm getting some sort of error. Again, it's 24/7. You can call them or you can chat with them directly. There's also a course on here called Building with Canvas. This is a student orientation course, and I would strongly encourage you to enroll in that course. That course will then show up on your dashboard or in your All Courses area. That way you can go into the course, and it just kind of gives you a basic tutorial on using Canvas. I'm going to click on this and then show you that while you're doing it, it locks you from activity to activity. You have to complete these things in order to move on. It's not a very long course. It's just going to go through the dashboard and your profile. It's going to talk about notifications. You see here this whole messaging center, the calendar, etc. I'm going to give you a brief overview on that, but I would strongly encourage you to take a look at that course. So a couple of things. over here on the left-hand side, you'll see I also have a calendar. This calendar is going to be populated with really individual calendars for all my courses. Once again, if an instructor is using the calendar or using due dates on their assignments, those assignments are going to automatically show up here. When you click on this, it's going to give you a link really to go typically to that course. And in some cases, like this one, the assignment, it just kind of showed the entire assignment. While I'm sitting here, I'm also going to point out that you can usually tell if it's a discussion assignment or something that you have to turn in by looking at that. But with that being said, I'm going to jump over to that EDU 653 course. This is one of my courses that is going on right now, and you're going to see that I have mine set up to use a home page that takes students to each of the weeks that are in the course. That's not always going to be the case, but on the left-hand side, probably the backbone of Canvas is known as the modules page. So as a student, clicking on that modules page, this is going to look like what you saw in the orientation course. Here is where typically I'm going to find all of the assignments that are being asked, as well as some other resources. Some instructors are going to use this idea of a steps to completion, and that steps to completion will probably have a little bit more context about what you're doing for the assignment. That's not always going to be the case. Sometimes it's just an outline. And in some cases, you're just kind of left to, hey, we're taking this class, but here's where you're turning some things in. Again, you can see the different icons so that you know that this is a discussion post, this is an assignment, here is a link, here is just a page in Canvas. These little rocket things are the quizzes, etc. So there's a lot of different types of activities, but those are the main ones. Things that you have to upload, things that you have to type in, things that you have to take as a quiz. I do want to point out that while you are in most of your courses, you can typically look at, I'm not going to in this course, but you can typically look at the people button to see your classmates and message them directly, etc. There's also, within a lot of these areas, you can click on that button in order to go and message your instructor. The grades button in most courses is going to be exactly what it sounds like. Here's all of the stuff I have not done in this course already. So you see a lot of things that are missing. You can arrange them by due date, assignment group, module, etc. So overall, you can see that right now I have an F in this course. If I hit show all the details or hide all details, it's really going to give me a little bit more. But since I haven't done any assignments, can't really show that to you. Another thing that you might find in some of these courses is a link that is BrainFuse content only. Now, I can't launch the BrainFuse because I don't have a student ID, but that BrainFuse is really just kind of practice things, set up for a lot of times for people that are getting ready to take like a Praxis test or a GRE, etc. They have a lot of just kind of default practice materials, and you're welcome to use that as you see fit. The inbox feature over here will allow you to pick from the different courses and send messages to people that are in your group. So over here, I've got people that are already in one of the courses that I'm in, as well as being able to find the instructor and send a message. Now, messages, unless they've changed it, when you send a message in Canvas, that instructor is going to get an email, and if they reply to that email, you're going to get an email as well, and it's going to show up here. So the inbox feature is very versatile. It is going to use your email as well. You can change some of those things in the notifications, but I'd be very careful with that. And with that, let's jump into that section, the account, where first of all, you have a profile. I would really strongly suggest putting a picture that shows a well-lit picture of your face on here so that your instructors can get to know you. You can edit your profile and change your contact information, biography, etc. So if I edit my profile, I can add a little biography, etc. If I go a little bit further down on this menu, you'll see the settings. Now, as far as the settings, your WLC email address is going to be in there. This is a test student, so it doesn't have one. You can add additional email addresses if you want notifications from Canvas sent somewhere else. Keep in mind that Instructors are not allowed to email you directly at any of those others for a lot of different reasons, but you can have Canvas send messages to you. You can also add other contact methods like texting, etc., so that you can get announcements and notifications. Feel free to use those, and I'll show you some of the settings in those notification areas. The other thing I want to point out over here on the settings is that some of these things you are allowed to change, but not all of them. In fact, most of the name and display name, that is set by the registrar, so you cannot do anything with that. There is a button over here that is QR for mobile login. I'm not going to display it, but you can also download a Canvas app, a Canvas student app from the iOS store or the Apple Play Store or the Google Play Store, and it'll work on those devices. It's a really nice app. It's very clean, very polished. I'd highly recommend doing it. It also allows you to get push notifications when an assignment is graded or when an announcement is made. Now, I want to jump over to that notifications. Again, this is still in the account page, notifications. I'm going to recommend being very careful with a couple of these types of notifications, and specifically the ones that is at the very top where it says announcement. I strongly recommend that you do not change this announcement notification. If you were taking a class with me and I got snowed in at home, I would send an announcement to the class. That announcement would say, hey, class is canceled today, etc. It would be delivered to your email immediately. You can change this to say I want it at the end of the day or the end of the week, but that's not going to help you if I make an announcement for this morning. So I really strongly say with your WLC email or whatever email you want to get these notifications on, that you have the announcements notify you immediately. When it comes to other things, that's up to you. For example, discussions, I don't like to see every new reply as an email. So I like to get a daily summary of any discussion updates. You can do the same thing for grading, etc. Like I can be notified immediately or at the end of the day, at the end of the week when something got graded. Those types of things are really up to you. I'm just going to strongly encourage you not to touch the announcement. Also note that if you log in with a mobile device, you'll have an option for the push notifications. You can say, hey, I don't want push notifications for a lot of these things, only the ones that are important to me. So you have full control over the notifications that are sent to you via Canvas through the account settings button. So in that account area, profile, files, or profile and settings, that QR for mobile login. Again, you can also just download it from the App Store and search for the college. You'll find it at Wisconsin Lutheran College. So I've shown you the account, the dashboard, the courses, the calendar, a little bit on the inbox and the help menu. Those are really the big things that I have for you. I'm just going to emphasize again that in that building tutorial, that building with Canvas, I strongly encourage you, and I'm going to see if I've got it here. All courses, building with Canvas student tutorial. Here's the one where I'm logged in, I think, as a student. I'd strongly encourage you just to go through these. Each one of these, as you complete them, each one of these is just going to have a lot of information. This one's about the dashboard, tells you the things you can do. We'll also typically have some short videos for you if you want more information about those. So as you go through, please let me know if you have any questions with your Canvas LMS, but also recognize that some of these things are controlled by different departments at WLC. The IT department controls your password and authentication. The registrar controls which classes you're registered for. But if you need help beyond that and you're having trouble, please don't hesitate to use the help menu or to contact me. You will also find some other features in that help menu, some other resources. One other thing to note while I'm here at My WLC, I'm not logged in yet, so I'm going to click on it. There is some information on the My WLC help page that will take you to a couple different places that might have useful information for you as well. Hopefully that gives you just a real quick introduction to Canvas. I'd encourage you to take that student orientation course and to submit some of those assignments, take a practice quiz, make sure that you're familiar and comfortable with the LMS. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Thanks.